Hi guys, this is Drew. I'm with Small Town EV, or otherwise known as Small Town Bike Company, and we're going to be walking through our own Boogie Cruiser bike from start to finish and what this entails. And so if you're not familiar with e-bikes, e-bikes are going to essentially be a standard bicycle, but with the electronic components added into it, but only on your account. I want to address a common misconception here with e-bikes is these aren't like mopeds and they're not going to take out without you. With our bikes here specifically, you have to be pedaling for the motor and the battery to kick in with you. We'll get into it a little bit more in depth later into this video, but for the most part, this is an e-assist bike with a thumb throttle. So most of your use will be assisted, not strictly electric. So starting off at the beginning of the bike here, most of these components are going to be really similar to any bike that you've seen before, maybe ridden. 2-inch wide tires here with white walls. You can opt in to go black walls here for free. You'll look down here that the brakes might look a little different than your standard bike. Instead of the pinch brakes here at the top, we're going to have disc brakes here for a more powerful, more responsive, and longer term braking experience compared to the normal style brakes that bikes typically have. Moving up here a little bit, you do have headlights and taillights that you can illuminate here. Hand brakes for the front and rear. And then you do get an upgraded handlebar here that we introduced where you can adjust not only the height of the stem, but you can adjust the forwards or the backwards angle of where the handlebars are going to sit. So you can customize your style of ride. We do have our adjustable seat. Not only does it go up and down, but it will also change its tilt just with a 6mm hex wrench here. Standard pedals. You do get a 7-gear shifter with these. And so if you're familiar with any gear shifted bikes, this is going to act the exact same. You get a little dial here where you can switch the gears, and as long as you pedal, it'll switch from spoke to spoke. And then finally, to the good stuff here, this is where we're going to have the newer components. So you notice in the rear wheel, you do get a large hub motor and a large battery right in the rack. This rack has been installed and upgraded for you, so we can attach any accessories on top of this, such as book bags, water bottle holders, cages, anything of that sort. But going more into the electronic components. So with this battery, it's a 13.6 amp battery. You get 48 volts that get pushed out of this guy. And so typically you'll see a range of about 50 miles, 55, depending on your riding style. It is locked in place, so you can go ahead and keep this locked and secured if you're not with the bike. And to take it out, you'll just hold it all the way to the left and you'll pull it out of its rack. On these batteries here, they weigh about 9 pounds. So with the battery inside the bike, it's gonna weigh 60 pounds roughly. Without the battery, you're looking at about 50, 51. These batteries do have kill switches here, and this is important to note because this gets flipped all the time. So we recommend that you just make sure you check it every time you ride. That way you won't have any issues with your battery or powering on your bike. To put it back in, you just have these sleeves that you'll slide it right in, and until you hear a loud click, and that's how you know your battery is insecure. The motor back here is a 750 watt motor, so you're going to be able to get this bike up to 20 miles per hour simply off of the motor and the battery alone. You can obviously pedal faster than that with the battery if you wanted to, but it'll only keep you up to 20 miles per hour. All the weight here is going to be in the back of the bike with the battery and the motor. So what this allows is a much more stable ride. Having all of the poundage back here allows for more traction on the rear tire, but also a lighter ride up front, so you're not feeling all the bumps, any of the cracks, anything like that. You do get upgraded fenders on both the front and the rear tires here to keep any splashes kind of guarding you from any of the terrain that you'll be driving on. And otherwise, at the end, to conclude here, this bike comes in 4 different colors depending on the size. So you get a 24-inch model frame or a 26. We recommend typically if you're under 5'5", 24-inch frames are great. This one is a 26 and I sit about 5'6". They come in different colors, so right now we have our iconic blue. It does come in white and black with both sizes. And with their 24, you get an exclusive magenta color. And with their 26s, you get an exclusive red gloss finish. And so we'll also go through the screen and display here to show you how you can typically use the bike. So if you want to come in close and see, you get 3 new components here on the handlebars. You get your controls, your display, and finally you get your thumb throttle here. If you hold down, you get 3 buttons here. If you hold down the power button, it's going to turn on the display for you. And to start from the top to the bottom, you have your energy bar, which is basically like your fuel gauge. You get your odometer here. and you do get this little number next to PAS, which stands for pedal assist. What this is going to do is you have multiple levels, 1 through 5. As you pedal, the bike's gonna assist you up to a certain speed. And so the higher the level, the more assistance you're gonna get. You can obviously turn it off if you like, and then there's no power that goes to the bike. At the bottom here, you have an odometer reading. If you press the power button here, you'll cycle through your trips, your timers, anything of that sort. And then if you want to turn on the headlights and the tail lights, we'll just hold on to the plus button here on the top left of the controls, and that'll turn on the headlights here and the tail light. Finally, if you wanted to use the thumb throttle, all you have to make sure is that you're in a pedal assist level that's not 0, so 1 through 5, and you can hold down the throttle here and it'll automatically get the bike to go. That'll keep you up to about 20 miles per hour there. So this is a quick walkthrough of the Boogie Cruiser, showing off the components and the display and the battery and the new stuff here. You can reach out with questions to our emails with hello@smalltownbikeco.com, or you can give us a call here. If you guys wanted more information on the bikes, you can visit our website